Ladies and gentlemen, ladies, let me ask you something. Have you ever wanted to be the last thought on a man's mind before he falls asleep? I'm talking about being the one he can't stop thinking about, the one who lingers in his thoughts long after the conversation ends, the one he can't wait to see again. Well, there's a simple trick to making that happen. It's not about playing hard to get. It's not about being perfect. And it's definitely not about overthinking every little thing you say or do. There's one thing, one action. You can do that will have him thinking about you all night long. Stick with me for the next few minutes, because when I tell you what it is, you'll finally understand how to leave him thinking about you, craving more and eager to see you again. And trust me, when you know this secret, you'll have him hooked like never before. Confidence is one of the most attractive qualities a woman can possess, and it doesn't require any grand gestures or perfection. It's the subtle power of owning who you are and embracing your uniqueness. When a woman walks into a room with confidence, there's an undeniable energy that radiates from her. It's not about being flashy or over the top. It's about carrying yourself with an inner assurance that tells everyone around you that you know your worth and you're not afraid to show it. And that kind of energy is magnetic to men. Men are naturally drawn to women who are comfortable in their own skin. Confidence is incredibly attractive because it speaks volumes about a woman's self-esteem. When you are confident in who you are, you're saying that you're not looking for external validation. You're not seeking approval from anyone. Instead, you stand firm in the belief that you are enough, exactly as you are. And when a man sees that, it grabs his attention because it gives him the impression that you're independent, self-assured, and not easily shaken by the opinions of others. This kind of confidence builds a sense of respect, which is one of the most important foundations of any relationship. But confidence isn't something that can be faked. It's something that comes from within, and it's developed over time as you learn to accept and love yourself. It's about knowing your strengths and being comfortable with your flaws. It's about understanding that nobody is perfect, and that's okay. We all have our unique qualities, things that make us different. And when you embrace them, it exudes an aura of authenticity that men can't help but notice. There's a big difference between confidence and arrogance, though, and it's important to understand that distinction. Arrogance is about putting others down to lift yourself up. It's about showing off and trying to prove something to everyone. Confidence, on the other hand, is quiet, humble, and rooted in self-assurance. It's about knowing you're worthy of love, respect, and success without needing to constantly remind the world of it. A woman with true confidence doesn't need to seek validation from others because she's already validated herself. She knows what she brings to the table and she's comfortable with it. That kind of confidence is contagious and attracts people, especially men, who are looking for a partner who believes in herself just as much as they do. When you carry yourself with confidence, it changes how you interact with others. Men notice the way you speak, the way you carry yourself, and the way you handle challenges. Confidence in your voice and body language makes a lasting impact, and it's something men think about long after they've seen you. A woman who is confident can hold her ground in a conversation, speak her mind without hesitation, and stand firm in her beliefs. This isn't about being dominant or controlling. It's about respecting yourself enough to never shrink yourself for the comfort of others. When a man sees a woman who is unafraid to take up space and show up authentically, he's going to remember her. And he's going to want to see her again because that confidence makes her irresistible. It's also important to note that confidence doesn't mean you have to have all the answers or always be in control. It's okay to be vulnerable, to ask for help, and to show your softer side. True confidence comes from a place of self-acceptance, not perfection. It's okay to have moments of doubt or insecurity. What matters is how you handle those moments. A confident woman can acknowledge her imperfections without letting them define her. She understands that vulnerability is a strength, not a weakness, because it shows she's human. And men respect that. They respect a woman who is comfortable in her own skin, who doesn't pretend to be someone she's not, and who knows how to balance strength with vulnerability. So, how does this all tie back to making him think about you all night? Well, when you walk into a room with confidence, when you speak with conviction, when you carry yourself with grace and assurance, it leaves a lasting impression. Men will notice that about you, and it'll be something that sticks with him long after the night is over, because confidence is magnetic. It makes him want to know more about you. It makes him want to be around you more. And if you can continue to carry yourself with that level of confidence, it'll be something he'll think about when he's lying in bed, remembering the way you spoke, the way you carried yourself, and the way you made him feel just by being you. When you exude confidence, you don't need to chase anyone's attention. People will be drawn to you naturally, and that includes men. So, if you want to be the last thought on his mind before he falls asleep, remember, confidence is key. When you own who you are, when you believe in yourself and show up unapologetically, you'll be unforgettable. One of the most powerful tools a woman can use to captivate a man's attention is her ability to make him feel seen and appreciated. It's simple, yet profound. When a woman genuinely acknowledges a man, listens to him, and values his thoughts, it creates a connection that resonates deeply with him. Men crave validation and understanding just as much as women do. But what makes this so powerful is that it's not just about empty compliments or shallow flattery. It's about taking the time to truly hear what he's saying, to engage with his ideas, and to show that you care about his feelings and experiences. When you engage with a man on a deeper level, it communicates respect and admiration. You're letting him know that you don't just see him as a man in your life, but as a person with his own thoughts, struggles, and ambitions. This level of attention makes him feel important, special, and valued. And that's something men rarely forget. Men aren't just looking for someone who agrees with everything they say or simply laughs at their jokes. They want someone who challenges them, who asks the right questions, and who listens actively. A woman who can hold an engaging conversation, who respects his opinions, and who shows interest in his passions is rare and memorable. When a woman listens to a man and truly pays attention, she gives him something invaluable, a sense of being understood. A lot of the time, men don't always feel heard, especially in relationships. Society often teaches men to suppress their emotions or to keep their feelings to themselves. When a woman creates a space where he feels safe to share, to open up about his day or his challenges, it creates a bond that's hard to break. It's not about offering solutions or fixing things. It's about listening with empathy and showing that you genuinely care about his perspective. This kind of emotional availability isn't something that can be faked. Men can tell when someone is only half listening or just waiting for their turn to speak. But when a woman actively engages in a conversation, gives thoughtful responses, and asks follow-up questions, it shows that she values him as a person. This kind of communication makes him feel respected, cherished, and deeply connected. And as a result, it leaves a lasting impression on him. The next time he's lying in bed thinking about you, he won't just remember the way you looked or the way you smiled. He'll remember how you made him feel heard, respected, and understood. But this doesn't just apply to big, deep conversations. It's about everyday interactions too. When you show that you're genuinely interested in the small details of his life, the little things he shares about his day, his goals, or his challenges, it builds a foundation of trust and emotional intimacy. The small moments where you make him feel like the most important person in the room can often leave the biggest impact. Men, remember the moments when a woman listens intently, asks how his day went, or shows genuine curiosity about his hobbies and interests. This kind of attention makes them feel valued in a way that is rare and often deeply appreciated. One of the best ways to make a man feel seen and appreciated is through affirming words. Compliment him on his achievements, his intelligence, his kindness, and his hard work. Let him know you notice the little things he does, whether it's how he handles a difficult situation or how he's always there to lend a helping hand. When a woman compliments a man in a sincere and thoughtful way, it boosts his confidence and reinforces the emotional connection between them. It tells him that you see his value beyond the surface level and that you appreciate the things that truly matter. But this doesn't just stop at the verbal affirmations. It's also about showing respect in the way you speak to him and about him. Men respect women who treat them with kindness and dignity, and this can be shown through the way you communicate both in private and in public. A woman who speaks to a man with respect, who honors his opinions, and who treats him with empathy and understanding earns his trust and admiration. This level of communication helps to build a strong emotional foundation, which can lead to a deeper connection and stronger relationship. When you make a man feel heard and respected, you're not just making him feel good in the moment. You're planting seeds of affection that will continue to grow. You're creating an emotional bond that will be hard to break because men remember how you made them feel. And in a world where men can sometimes feel undervalued or misunderstood, a woman who takes the time to truly listen and appreciate him is someone who stands out. So the next time you want to make him think about you long after you've parted ways, remember genuine attention, respect, and thoughtful conversation go a long way. When you show him that you see him for who he truly is, it's a gift he won't forget. One of the key things that men find incredibly attractive in a woman is when she exudes confidence. Confidence is magnetic. It's an energy that draws people in, and men are no exception. When a woman knows who she is, believes in her own worth, and doesn't feel the need to constantly seek approval from others, it creates an aura of self-assurance that is both appealing and irresistible. Confidence isn't about being perfect or having all the answers. It's about being comfortable in your own skin and owning your uniqueness. It's about knowing what you bring to the table and feeling secure in your identity, whether that's in your career, your relationships, or your personal life. Men are attracted to women who are secure in themselves because it signals that she doesn't need to be validated by external sources. She's already comfortable with who she is, and that's powerful. When a woman carries herself with confidence, it's not just about how she walks or talks. It's about the energy she brings into a room. It's how she interacts with people, how she holds her head high, and how she carries herself with poise and self-respect. Confidence exudes from the way she speaks, the way she makes decisions, and the way she expresses herself without hesitation. She knows what she wants and doesn't shy away from going after it. Men admire a woman who isn't afraid to take charge of her own life and live with purpose. It creates an intriguing dynamic where she becomes a force to be reckoned with. Confidence also plays a significant role in how a woman handles challenges or setbacks. Life isn't always smooth sailing, and every person faces their share of struggles. But a confident woman doesn't let adversity shake her. She tackles challenges head on, learns from them, and emerges stronger. This resilience is something that men find incredibly attractive because it shows a woman's inner strength and determination. Rather than seeing failure as a reason to give up, A confident woman views it as an opportunity to grow and improve. Men respect this mindset because it demonstrates an emotional maturity that is both admirable and inspiring. Additionally, confidence can be incredibly empowering in relationships. When a woman is confident, she doesn't feel the need to constantly seek reassurance or validation from her partner. She is secure enough to trust her own instincts and stand by her decisions. This creates a sense of balance and stability in the relationship, where both partners feel equal and valued. It allows for healthier communication, more open dialogue, and a deeper sense of connection because there's no underlying insecurity or need for constant affirmation. Confidence also opens the door for vulnerability. It's easy to think that confidence means being invulnerable or always having it all together. But true confidence allows a woman to be vulnerable and authentic, which is even more appealing to a man. Being able to share your feelings, your hopes, your dreams, and even your fears without the fear of judgment is a powerful thing. Men are drawn to women who can be real and open because it fosters a genuine connection that goes beyond surface-level interactions. What's interesting is that confidence can be contagious. When a woman is confident, she doesn't just feel empowered herself. She also empowers those around her. Her confidence can inspire those around her to feel more self-assured and confident in their own abilities. This ripple effect makes her not just attractive to men, but to everyone she encounters. It's a quality that uplifts others and builds a positive environment wherever she goes. Furthermore, men tend to appreciate a woman who is confident enough to take care of herself, both physically and mentally. This doesn't mean that a woman has to fit into societal standards of beauty or perfection. It means that she values her health, takes time for self-care, and understands the importance of maintaining a healthy mind and body. Men are attracted to women who prioritize their own well-being because it shows that they are taking responsibility for their own happiness and not relying on anyone else to make them feel complete. It's the kind of self-love and self-respect that men admire because it shows a high level of emotional intelligence. Confidence also brings with it a sense of mystery. When a woman is confident, she doesn't feel the need to constantly seek attention or approval from others. She's content in her own skin, which makes her even more intriguing. Men are naturally drawn to the idea of someone who has an air of mystery about them. A woman who doesn't reveal all of her cards immediately keeps him interested and wanting to know more. This sense of mystery sparks curiosity and makes him want to invest more in getting to know her on a deeper level. In summary, confidence is one of the most powerful traits a woman can possess. It radiates strength, self-assurance, and authenticity. Men are not only attracted to women who carry themselves with confidence, they are drawn to the energy that comes with it. It's a quality that makes a woman stand out, makes her memorable, and makes her irresistible. When a woman is confident, she not only feels good about herself, but she also brings out the best in others, creating a positive and powerful dynamic in every area of her life. And let's be clear, this isn't something men can resist. Confidence is magnetic, and it's one of the key things that make a woman unforgettable. One of the most attractive qualities that men find in women is a sense of humor. There's something undeniably powerful and magnetic about a woman who can make a man laugh, who doesn't take life too seriously, and who knows how to lighten the mood with a good joke or a playful comment. Humor is a universal language that transcends barriers, and it brings people closer together. When a woman can make a man laugh, it creates a bond, a connection that goes beyond physical attraction. It creates a shared experience that's fun and memorable. A woman who is able to laugh at herself and not be overly self-critical is incredibly attractive. Men love women who don't feel the need to be perfect all the time. Perfection can be exhausting, And trying to always live up to unrealistic standards can create unnecessary tension. But a woman who is comfortable in her own skin, who can laugh at her mistakes, and who isn't afraid to show her imperfections is refreshing. It's a reminder that we're all human and we all have our flaws. Men appreciate women who can embrace their vulnerabilities with humor because it shows a level of self-acceptance that makes her approachable and real. Humor also helps create a sense of ease in a relationship. Life can be stressful and relationships come with their fair share of challenges. But a woman who knows how to lighten the mood with humor can ease that tension. It's a way to break down barriers, make difficult conversations a little less heavy, and keep things from getting too serious. A good laugh can release stress, build rapport, and help two people connect in a way that words alone can't always do. Men find this quality irresistible because it creates an atmosphere of joy and fun, which is so important in keeping a relationship healthy and vibrant. Moreover, a woman with a great sense of humor often brings a positive energy wherever she goes. Her lightheartedness and ability to laugh at life's ups and downs create an infectious vibe that draws people toward her. Men are naturally attracted to positivity because it's energizing and uplifting. When a woman's laughter fills a room, it creates an inviting environment, making those around her feel more comfortable and relaxed. It's the kind of vibe that makes a man want to be in her presence, simply because it feels good to be around someone who exudes positivity and joy. What's even more captivating is that humor can make a woman stand out. It's not about cracking jokes all the time or trying to be a comedian, but the ability to see the lighter side of life and share it with others. A woman who isn't afraid to be goofy or to find humor in everyday situations has a charm that is unforgettable. Men remember the women who made them laugh because it's a rare and special quality that they don't come across every day. Humor adds a layer of charm that sets a woman apart from others and makes her unforgettable in a man's mind. It's important to note that humor isn't just about making jokes. It's about the ability to be playful and spontaneous. A woman who can joke around, tease, and be playful without taking herself too seriously is incredibly attractive. She knows how to bring joy into every interaction, whether it's with friends, family, or in a romantic setting. This lighthearted energy is incredibly appealing to men because it shows that she is fun, approachable, and knows how to enjoy life. It's a refreshing change from the usual pressures and expectations that often come with relationships. Humor helps take the weight off and keeps things fresh. Another aspect of humor that men find appealing is the ability to laugh together. Shared laughter strengthens bonds and deepens relationships. When a couple can find humor in the same things, it creates an unspoken connection that's both comforting and intimate. Men love when they can laugh with their partner, whether it's over a funny movie, a silly situation, or just making each other laugh for no reason at all. It builds camaraderie and closeness, and it's one of the things that keeps relationships from getting stale or predictable. Laughter becomes a shared experience that strengthens the connection between two people. Humor also helps men feel comfortable around a woman. When a woman can joke with him, tease him lightly, or make him laugh, it breaks down the walls of insecurity or tension that can exist in early stages of a relationship. It creates an atmosphere of ease where both people can be themselves without feeling the pressure of needing to impress or perform. Men appreciate this freedom because it means they can relax and be genuine without fear of judgment. It fosters a sense of trust and openness that allows a relationship to grow. In relationships, humor can also act as a coping mechanism. Life isn't always smooth sailing, and tough times are inevitable. But a woman with a great sense of humor knows how to navigate these challenges with grace and positivity. Instead of dwelling on the negative or allowing stress to take over, she uses humor as a tool to cope and to bring lightness into difficult situations. This doesn't mean that everything has to be a joke, but it's about maintaining an optimistic attitude in the face of adversity. Men find this resilience and ability to stay positive incredibly attractive because it shows emotional strength and a healthy outlook on life. In conclusion, humor is one of the most powerful and attractive traits a woman can have. It adds depth to her personality, creates a lighthearted atmosphere, and helps build genuine connections. Men love women who can make them laugh, who know how to laugh at themselves, and who can find humor in life's ups and downs. A sense of humor is not just about jokes or punchlines. It's about creating joy, positivity, and a sense of ease in relationships. And most importantly, it's about making life more fun, both for herself and for those around her. That's something no man can resist. One of the most significant things that men find attractive in women is their sense of independence. A woman who is self-sufficient, confident in her own abilities, and capable of handling her own life without needing constant validation or support is incredibly appealing. This independence isn't about being distant or emotionally unavailable, but rather about being someone who is content with herself and doesn't rely on someone else for her happiness or success. Men respect women who are not afraid to stand on their own 2 feet, chase their dreams, and pursue their own interests. An independent woman carries a sense of inner strength that radiates in every aspect of her life. She doesn't need a man to feel complete, nor does she define her worth by the approval of others. Instead, she derives her self-worth from her own accomplishments, passions, and values. This self-assurance is magnetic because it shows that she is comfortable in her own skin, which is an incredibly attractive quality. Men love a woman who is confident enough to take on the world, someone who doesn't need to be constantly reassured about her worth. Moreover, when a woman is independent, it adds an element of mystery and intrigue to the relationship. She is not someone who is always available, waiting for a man to make decisions or to validate her existence. Her independence means that she has a full and rich life outside of the relationship, which makes her presence in a man's life feel more meaningful. It creates an exciting dynamic where both partners can bring something unique to the table. Instead of relying solely on each other for validation or attention, they can create a relationship based on mutual respect, trust, and support. Men also find it attractive when a woman is not afraid to challenge him or push him to be better. An independent woman will not just sit back and let things slide. She has her own opinions, and she isn't afraid to voice them, even if they differ from his. This dynamic leads to deeper conversations, intellectual stimulation, and the growth of both individuals. Men appreciate when a woman isn't afraid to question things, challenge his ideas, and engage in thoughtful debate. It shows that she is not passive, but active and involved in the relationship. This kind of intellectual engagement builds a bond that goes beyond surface-level attraction. Additionally, an independent woman has a unique way of handling challenges. Rather than crumbling under pressure or relying on others to solve her problems, she tackles obstacles head-on, finding solutions and taking charge of her situation. This resilience is incredibly attractive to men, as it shows emotional strength and the ability to handle adversity with grace and determination. Men are drawn to women who are not afraid of life's challenges and who can remain composed and strong even in difficult situations. It gives them a sense of security and admiration because they know they can rely on her when times get tough just as much as she can rely on them. Independence also means that a woman doesn't lose her identity in a relationship. She knows who she is and what she stands for, and she isn't afraid to pursue her own passions and goals, even if they don't align perfectly with her partner's. She maintains her own hobbies, friendships, and career ambitions, which helps her remain balanced and fulfilled outside of the relationship. This balance is important because it ensures that she doesn't depend on her partner for validation or happiness. Instead, she brings a sense of completeness to the relationship by contributing her own interests and strengths. On the other hand, men who are attracted to independent women often appreciate the space that independence allows in a relationship. They don't feel smothered or pressured to constantly provide reassurance or validation. Instead, they respect and admire the fact that their partner is self-sufficient and capable of handling things on her own. This mutual respect creates a healthy dynamic where both partners feel valued for who they are individually, and they come together as equals rather than one person being the source of the other's identity. An independent woman is also someone who is more likely to take responsibility for her own happiness. She doesn't rely on her partner to fill every emotional need or to make her feel complete. Instead, she finds joy in her own pursuits and takes pride in her achievements. This emotional independence means that the relationship is built on a foundation of love, respect, and partnership, rather than dependency or neediness. Men find this incredibly attractive because it shows emotional maturity and the ability to be self-sufficient in all aspects of life. Moreover, independence in a woman leads to a relationship where both partners support each other's goals and ambitions, rather than one person feeling left behind or neglected while the other pursues their passions. Both partners in an independent relationship encourage each other's growth. They understand that their individual pursuits are just as important as their shared experiences. This balance fosters a healthy, supportive environment where both people can thrive, and it leads to a stronger, more fulfilling relationship. In conclusion, men find independence in women incredibly attractive because it showcases confidence, resilience, and self-sufficiency. It brings a sense of excitement and intrigue to the relationship, allowing both partners to remain strong individuals while also building a strong partnership. Independence doesn't mean emotional detachment or distance. It means that a woman is secure in herself and her life, which adds depth and richness to the relationship. A woman who is independent isn't just admired for her strength, but for her ability to balance her personal life and her relationship, creating a dynamic that is both empowering and fulfilling. One of the qualities that many men find deeply attractive in a woman is her ability to support and uplift others, particularly the people she cares about. This trait goes far beyond just offering help in difficult times. It's about showing empathy, being emotionally available, and offering encouragement, even when things aren't going well. Men respect and admire women who demonstrate kindness, understanding, and emotional intelligence, not just to them, but to the people around them, including family, friends, and even strangers. A woman who is genuinely supportive not only fosters deep connections with others, but she also creates a sense of safety and stability within her relationships. When a woman is supportive, she becomes a source of emotional strength for the people in her life. She listens actively, without judgment, and offers advice when it's needed. But more often than not, she simply provides a shoulder to lean on. This kind of emotional availability is powerful because it shows that she is compassionate and emotionally mature. Men are naturally drawn to women who can create a space where they feel heard and understood. Men, like everyone else, face challenges and emotional struggles, and the ability to lean on a partner who is emotionally supportive can make all the difference. A woman who can be there for her partner during tough times, not with judgment or criticism, but with encouragement and a sense of calm, is seen as someone valuable and irreplaceable. Supporting others also shows that a woman has a big heart, and she's willing to invest time and energy into the well-being of those she loves. A man who sees that a woman has this capacity for love and care is often drawn to her not just because of the affection she gives him, but because it's clear she has the ability to make those around her feel valued. This can foster an immense sense of respect. Men understand that when a woman supports those around her, it's a reflection of her character and her emotional maturity. It's a trait that indicates she's not only capable of building strong relationships, but also of nurturing and maintaining them. It's this ability to nurture others that makes a woman feel safe and emotionally fulfilling to be around. A woman who is supportive also knows how to encourage a man to be the best version of himself. She doesn't criticize or belittle him, but rather she helps him see his own potential and strengths. She encourages him to pursue his goals and dreams, even if they're difficult or risky. Men appreciate women who believe in them, who offer support when they falter, and who celebrate their victories when they succeed. The difference between a woman who is supportive and one who isn't can be seen in the way they handle setbacks. A woman who supports her man through tough times, instead of getting frustrated or discouraged, shows patience, resilience, and understanding. She is not just a partner, but a teammate, and this kind of support strengthens the bond between them. Moreover, men are attracted to women who can provide emotional support without demanding constant reassurance in return. This kind of maturity is essential in any relationship because it allows both partners to give and receive without feeling drained or overwhelmed. A woman who can offer support without expecting anything in return is often seen as a selfless and caring partner. It shows that she is invested in the relationship for the right reasons, not just for personal gain. When men recognize that a woman's support is genuine, unconditional, and rooted in care, they feel a deep sense of appreciation and loyalty toward her. Additionally, a woman who supports others often has a positive, optimistic outlook on life. She doesn't just see the challenges or difficulties ahead, she sees opportunities and solutions. Men are naturally drawn to this optimism because it creates a sense of hope and stability in the relationship. Life can be tough, and the ability to stay positive even when things aren't going as planned is an attractive quality. A woman who maintains an optimistic attitude can help lift her partner's spirits during difficult times and help him navigate challenges with confidence. Her ability to see the silver lining and encourage her partner to do the same makes her presence invaluable. Another reason why men are attracted to supportive women is that they tend to be more patient and understanding in relationships. A supportive woman won't rush her partner, nor will she impose unrealistic expectations. Instead, she will work with him, patiently waiting for the relationship to grow and evolve naturally. This patience creates a deeper sense of trust and mutual respect. Men appreciate a woman who is willing to take the time to nurture the relationship, who values communication and emotional connection, and who understands the importance of taking things slow when necessary. Moreover, supporting others isn't just about being there during hard times. It's also about celebrating the good times together. A supportive woman doesn't just offer comfort during tough moments. She also shares in the joy and happiness of her partner's successes. She will be the first to cheer him on when he achieves something great, whether it's a career milestone, a personal accomplishment, or a victory in their shared life together. This kind of mutual support creates a deep bond between partners because it shows that they are genuinely rooting for each other's happiness and well-being. Men find this kind of partnership extremely attractive because it allows them to feel emotionally connected and valued. Ultimately, men find women who are supportive highly attractive because it demonstrates emotional intelligence, maturity, and a capacity for deep care. It shows that a woman is invested in her relationships and understands the importance of emotional support, encouragement, and understanding. This kind of support helps build trust, respect, and loyalty between partners, creating a foundation that allows the relationship to thrive. It also fosters an environment where both partners can grow together, confident in the knowledge that they have each other's back no matter what life throws their way.